Hey guys, Mobile Mo here. Just doing a video on the tools that I use for window tinting that I carry, so that you know what you could be using. I made some of my tools up, so you can get creative with them, but you know, you can also buy them. For example, this is my big window tool. This is my favorite tool. Love this tool. Automatically, see how I grab it? It gives you grip. You can use it different ways. So if you're reaching or you're just trying to do something, you know, it just gives you different angles and you can grab it different ways. This is one of my oldest tools, if not the oldest tool I have. Reaching in the back, going across when I do commercial windows. I love this tool. It comes in really handy. And as you notice, it's got a curve on the tip because every time I go on the bottom, this is my tool that I use to lay all my film down. And automatically, it just feels great. You know, it's like brass knuckles or something. It just fits your hand in different ways, so you can grab it different ways. I've made some of these tools for people that ask about them. They're really hard to find with this here. I modified it here and there. I made the tips of it, I sanded them down, made them smaller. You got to be careful with them, but you know, it's like holding a Ginsu knife or you know, a really sharp object. You just got to know how to use it. This one right here, Titan, I think it's what it's called. It's really cool. Again, kind of the same with the sword. I can't say it. Same stuff, whatever, I don't know, same but different. It reaches, sort of the same thing. That's what I meant to say. This one right here, one of my favorites also. It's really good. It's a side swiper. They come in two. I lost the other one. This one I use for back windows, so this is all my back windows tools here. This one's awesome. It just, you know, it's a really good handle. You can grip it really good. Must have. They make also one that is just like this, and it actually bubbles to the side, that I use on side windows, but I lost it. So it's basically just this part here with the blue. I haven't been able to find it. Not everybody carries it. The bulldozer, famous. I have this, and I've altered it into like 3 other different tools. It's pretty smooth. Now they got a new one that actually has the fingers that go all the way up, so it makes it more sturdy. I'm probably gonna get that too, but this is working pretty good for me. This one right here, awesome. Again, I put my own holes in there, as you can see, because I can grab it, I can grip it. See that? You can grip it different ways. So when you're reaching and I'm going backwards, you know, I can grip the holes. It's pretty cool. Gives you different angles. Plus this moves, I can't show you, but you can slide it up and down. One hand makes it complicated, but you can slide it up and down, stretch it out. It's pretty big. They're all pretty much my big toys here. You know, big toys. They're all kind of the same size. Back windows. That's that. Then over here, let me bring in the other tools here for my pouch. I'm gonna set this aside. This is my pouch, Home Depot. It's kind of heavy, so it bugs me sometimes, but you got to have all your stuff that you need. This is just for cars, pretty much. Let's start out with, again, I created this here, and I can retract it back and forth, so this slides. No holes in that one, because this is usually, I put tape in there to be able to get a little grip, but this is for your side windows, doors, inside the car. So that's that. Over here on this pouch here, I have them all set up so that I know exactly where they're at. It's my card. I see how it's got all the holes. It's because I trace my back windows and then I cut them and I stick the blade in there so I won't scratch. So that's that. Sliding on over here, it's my blades, alpha blades. I have a hookup on these too if you guys need it. A lot cheaper than $18. I think I got them for like 12 bucks. Let me know. I sell them by the 8 packs, 10 packs, however you want them. Always use a fresh blade no matter what. Second row here, this is my door prior. You know, I use it to get the little clips and stuff like that off of there. And then over on this side I have a similar pack, so I have two of the identical packs. This one right here is my detailer, so it stays pretty brand new. Over here I have to shave my windows. I have the file, and then I go over to this side and I have the actual file, sanding file. I use a 180 and a 220, or 220 and 230, my bad. I vary, but I have a rough side and a, you know, cleaner side. And then this is my file to get in the corners to get it started before I cut with my blade. And I'm just gonna go down the line as I use them so that it makes more sense to you. So here's my blade to trim, 49 cents. Shoot all day long. Don't use any expensive blades. And like I've mentioned in my videos, these are awesome because you can press them up against the glass, they don't scratch, so you can push down and stuff like that. Amazing. 49 cents. Pick tools. I have a straight tool to pick, you know, buttons and stuff like that, rivets or whatever I have to pick. And then I have a hook tool, which I used to kind of the same, you know, to get stuff out. And then I have a, ooh, where's my favorite tool? Shit. Oh, there it is. Oh, scared me. I have them all organized. So this is my big boy tool. Favorite tool. Love this thing. Used to use it to remove windshields, but I use it for anything. So love this tool. Alright, so there's the door panel removers. Over here I have this here, which I use all the time to trim, to edge, to clean seals and stuff. I put a rag over it. I usually have a rag also in here, but I don't have one right now. My spare to get in little quarter glasses, whatnot. Get in there. Same thing with this here. This is like my rough side of the bag out of the two of them. Don't use these tools very much, but I also do use them to pry things and to take things apart. Talking about prying, I have my prier to get the little knobs off the window, the buttons off the doors and stuff like that. You know, you got to get behind and pry them. So this thing is pretty cool. I have tons of them also. If there's different ones, sometimes you got to use different ones. I have them in the van. So that goes into here. But before we go in there, here's all my tiny accessories that go into that side. These are my must-have complicated save the day tools. This is a smaller version of my bigger one, and as you see I put a little notch on there because I use it to get into tight places. Same thing with this here, detail tight places, cut it in half, use it in different shapes. This one right here is a bad boy. I love this. It comes in a long one, which is part of, this is like 2 parts. Usually it's like that, but then I cut it in half and I made my own tools because I need to be able to get into certain spots or certain way or dig in. So multi-purpose. And then of course your little tight spots, quarter glasses in the front, quarter glasses where you have a hard time. And if I need to press something out, you know, these stay pretty clean. Oh, another trick with these things here that I want to show you before I forget is if you have a tool like this, man, I probably had this for like 3-4 years. Find some concrete and, you know, sand it down. You know, sand them down. You can reuse them. If it gets rough, of course, you're gonna take big notches out of it. But if you get like that, it's like sandpaper, so you can always just use these things and they get nicks or whatever not. And then I finish it off with my file. You know, I use my thin side of the file and then you can just keep reusing them. Anyway, so that's that. This is what I call my do or die. If I have something that I need to pull out, this is the law. This is it. The pink card is the most famous card. I mean, this has saved my life. If you have a hair at the edge and you just don't want to pull it back and you know it's going to get worse, and this thing right here will press it. It's really sturdy. this is my lifesaver. If you have a little dust and you just need to press it out, you know, if you got a hard spot to reach in, I had another one, but I lost it also. I bend the tips on them so that I can reach way back in the windows and then pull back. So yeah, that's my lifesaver. So that's that goes into this pouch here, and it stays there with my door panel remover. And I know by heart, I don't even have to look for them. I know where they are all times, and where they belong. If you touch my pouch and it's not where it's supposed to be, I'm gonna flip out. This right here I use for vinyl a lot, but all of a sudden I've been using it a lot on the corners, edges and stuff like that, instead of this here, because these will scratch. People say they don't. I don't care how new they are. If they catch a little bit of dirt, they will scratch. Versus I used to use a rag and wrap it around this, and then, you know, put it, and then I would lose my tool because I forgot I put it in the rag and I flip out. So started using this tool here. They come in different shapes and whatever not. This tools are pretty awesome. They're stitched on, so they're not your regulars. There's some people that just have Velcro on them. That's how I started out. But this thing right here, man, I love it. You know, you can really get a lot of water and stuff like that out. So that goes there. This right here is also very important. This is a smaller version of this here, which are super hard to find. You can find these all over the place. You can't really find these. This is my granddaddy baby. Anyways, this right here is pretty cool. I'm surprised I didn't put holes on it, but it's pretty easy to handle, you know. So I use it to lay film, to do the H pattern, the mold pattern, clean windows, whatever I need to do. This is when I'm spraying the windows outside, I use this to just clean it off. So this is very important. So this pouch right here is my main pouch. Stays in front of me at all times. This one right here just always getting in the way, but it's all my accessories, my take aparts, my gadgets, and I just, you know, so this is my secondary. And of course this is my my razor blades. That's about it. This right here I'll have like shit that I broke or the snapped, funny secret stuff. I snapped this off of a bottom of a panel. Can't see it, didn't have to replace it, just really didn't need it, so it's going into the garbage. Anyways, that's about it, man. That's the tools there, and they go in that particular area always. Over here I have my heat gun, of course, and then I have my torch, of course. If you're mobile and you don't have an outlet, you got to have a torch. Can't have a converter because they just don't put out that power, so must have a torch. And of course my extension and my trash bag. That's about it. Take you over, if you're going mobile, I have my swivel dentist chair, which I need right now. I'm about to do this job. And I set them in strategical places, always in the same place. They always go on the side of the car in this area, just like that. Oh, forgot this thing here. Well, we're not gonna get into taking off stuff because a lot of that stuff, it's a different situation. But I have my little sponges, I have my little compressor, I have my Coca-Cola bottle. Yeah, been doing this for 34 years. Nobody knew nothing about that. I kind of rigged it up. I recently did this, and I showed it on the video. It's pretty cool. Downfall is you got to maintenance this shit, because if it gets rusted, then you're gonna have rust coming off. So these will last me about a year, and they're like 34 bucks. But I like it, you know, easy. When I'm done, I just let that go and it's done. Sockets, gotta have sockets for all the panel removers and secrets, you know, little parts, sockets and adapters and gadgets and stuff like that. Soaps, been using this awesome stuff. Shit, I use this stuff for a lot of stuff, but downfall to this here is the residue is just ridiculous. It'll ruin panels, so you have to be careful with it. It eats glue like crazy, and it's only $1 a bottle, but careful. 409 secret stuff, sheets, film. I do vinyl covers and stuff like that too. So Well, guys, that's about it. That's what it takes to be mobile. And a lot of times, you know, if you're in this in a shop, well, these are must-have tools. And I'm sure people have other tools, but these are my essentials. I do probably about, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 cars a month, and I've been doing it for years. Now that I'm getting older, I'm slowing down. I used to do like 7, 8 cars a day. No need. You know, just don't overwork yourselves. That's about it, man. Mobile Mo. All right, see you guys later.